Dave scored a coin to the coveted Leadville mountain bike race. It's 100 miles at about 12,000 feet altitude. And we were trying to figure out how in the world do we get this man acclimatized when we live in Alabama. We were really fortunate. His bosses allowed him to take 2 months to work from the road. And so we're going to head out to Colorado and Utah and have some adventures along the way. There's so many things to see in our country. I think that the most incredible thing sometimes is just to drive around and to see all the different sights. Sometimes the most amazing things are the ordinary, and we take them for granted. That's one of the things I love about RVing, is just the opportunity to take a drive. The first night we stayed in Van Buren, Arkansas. We stayed at a Harvest Host, which is a really incredible program. You get to pay a yearly fee of about $139, and you can stay at different locations around the country, and it's free of charge. All they ask is that you buy something. We'll tell you more about that later. TSD Logistics is another really great opportunity. It's free, and it's a card, and it allows you to take advantage of the fleet prices that companies pay. So far, we have managed to save almost $80, and I think the most we've saved is 94 cents off of a gallon. We never try to drive more than 6 hours in a day. It's just too much, it's too exhausting. We try to take stops, we eat. We love being in the RV just because we can hop in there, get something to eat, and not have to worry about finding a rest stop or a place that can accommodate May. This picture pretty much sums up my thoughts on Kansas. Lots of corn, very, very Dorothy themed. Yeah, May just couldn't wait to kind of get out. Get me out of Kansas. Very flat. But it was pretty. It really was pretty. It was great until we hadn't hit hardly any rain, and the weather was really fantastic until it wasn't. And we hit a really nasty storm coming from Kansas into Colorado. Colorado, everybody thinks retail marijuana, and yeah, they're pretty much everywhere. But it really wasn't bad. And when we were in Colorado Springs, Garden of the Gods was absolutely spectacular. Gotta say, we were absolutely shocked to see May jump up on this rock. This is a dog that won't even jump into the truck. The rock formations were absolutely spectacular. It just seemed like the hand of God everywhere you looked. I was just amazed. We were standing there, and all of a sudden this mule deer just came out of nowhere and was just running through the park, and it just was absolutely amazing. Kind of caught us off guard. It was beautiful.
Some say love is a winding road, carves a map through the darkest night. Some say love takes a heavy load, helps someone make the burden light, teaches you not to hold too tight. You and I have come a long way together. You and I got along.
This really sums up Colorado for me. Just drive along, and the sky is just it's expansive. We got the opportunity to stay on friends' land. They own 35 acres that backs up to 188,000 acres. Getting there was a bit white knuckle for Dave. We had a dirt road, and I think the grade at one point was like 17%. But going up through the aspens was absolutely stunning. And also easily the craziest thing we've ever done with our RV. But it's incredible just to be parked out in the middle of nowhere. Off-grid, No one else around.
That's just the chance we take. You and I've come a long way together.
What do you see, girl?
May's very much enjoying being a free-range dog.
What do you see?
Just getting to run around and be her natural crazy self.
Cause I'm already yours.
There's something about letting a dog be a dog, not having to have them on leash, and getting to just see them be themselves. The property sits at about 10,300 feet, and we will be there definitely the 2 weeks before David rides Leadville. It'll be absolutely fantastic for him. He did get the opportunity to do some water witching, otherwise known as water divining. Our friends are going to have a well built, and they had a guy come out and show him how to do this. So if engineering doesn't work out for Dave, this can be his fallback.
Cause I'm already yours. And you'll always be mine.
It was so quiet and so dark. It was just really fantastic just to be in the middle of nowhere. And there really is a sound of silence until it starts hailing. And it was, I gotta say, that was a little bit unnerving. You wonder how much damage you're going to sustain. Thankfully, none. The hail stayed at about pea size, and we were fine. We connected with Ben in Denver, and then we came to outside of Denver to Boulder, where I got to take in a Dead and Company concert with him, which was absolutely spectacular. They brought out Dave Matthews towards the end for the last 3 songs. I about lost my mind. And John Mayer was incredible. I gotta say, he does a great job fronting Dead and Company. Time with Ben in Boulder is wrapping up, but it really has been fantastic. Just the opportunity to enjoy your child as an adult it's a blessing. And off to Moab, where it is scheduled to be 105, but it's dry heat. I'm sure it'll be fine.